D23 Expo, Pixar announced all of their upcoming films through the year 2019. So today we're gonna go over everything we know so far about all of the movies and their production schedule. First up, coming out June 17th, 2016, we have the much anticipated sequel, Finding Dory. Ellen DeGeneres has been making jokes about this for the past 13 years, and finally the time is here. And luckily for us, there's a lot of information about the story out there already. The premise is that Dory has started to sleep swim and talking about her parents that she's seeing in her dreams. After Nemo tells her this, she immediately swims off into the deep on a journey to find her family. In the exclusive footage that we saw at D23, she ends up in the Monterey Bay Aquarium in California. There she meets Bailey, a beluga whale voiced by Ty Burrell, Destiny, a whale shark voiced by Caitlin Olsen, and Hank the octopus voiced by Ed O'Neill. Other new cast members include Diane Keaton and Eugene Levy as Dory's parents. Next up, being released on June 16, 2017 is Cars 3. There's not a lot out there yet about this movie, but we maybe got a little bit of a hint to the plot a few years ago. There was a radio interview with Michael Wallace, who voices the sheriff, and he said in Cars 3, we're coming back to the road, and we're coming back to 66 and to 99. That's the road that runs right through Central California. Now, the interview was a long time ago, even before this release date was announced, so there could be a ton of changes to that, but that's all that we really know so far about Cars 3. At D23, Pixar's biggest surprise during the animation panel was for a brand new movie, not a sequel, that will be released on November 22nd, 2017. It's called Coco and is about 12-year-old Miguel, who grows up in a big family in Mexico and discovers a family mystery revolving around Dia de los Muertos. It will be directed by Lee Unkrich, who also directed Toy Story 3. We got to see a diorama that was not intended for the public originally, and it just gave us the mood and feel of how the movie's actually gonna look. Skeletons were dancing in the street, like taking off their heads and their legs. It was really bright, it was very colorful, and was definitely celebratory by nature. Next on the docket is a movie everyone has been talking about, that's Toy Story 4. It was originally scheduled for 2017, but now has a release date of June 15th, 2018. John Lasseter presented this movie at D23 and let fans know the plot would revolve around a love story, but not between Buzz and Jessie, instead about Woody and Bo Peep. I am so excited to get Bo Peep back. It's being written by Pete Docter, that also wrote Inside Out, Up, and WALL-E, and the original cast will be back to voice all of our favorite toys. What I'm really most excited about is that Rashida Jones and Will McCormick are writing the screenplay. And probably the most anticipated sequel that we've been wanting for over a decade that we're finally gonna get is Incredibles 2, coming out in June 2019. So far away. Brad Bird, who wrote and directed the first one, is happily returning, and as of now, we don't know a whole lot about what to expect. Bird did say in a recent interview that he's about 3/4 of the way done with the script, he has the story arc complete, and they've already started storyboarding. He said in the same interview that the movie will be focused more about the characters and their relationships with each other. There's a lot of speculation out there about what's gonna happen, like Jack Jack being the primary villain, but there's no truth to anything just yet, and we kinda have to wait and see until Pixar gives us a little bit more information. It's also been recently announced that Pixar has slated 2 movies for 2020, one coming out in March and one coming out in June. We have no idea what they're gonna be, but it is really kind of crazy that there's 2 movies coming out in the same year and they're only 3 months apart, so my interest is piqued and I really wanna know what they are. I am already so excited to see every single movie that Pixar is coming out with because I love literally every Pixar movie and I'm like ready to buy my tickets now. So let me know in the comments below what you're most excited to see over the next 5 years. They're all gonna move pretty great. And until next week, I'll see you guys later. Bye!